Hello. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Kristen. How is everyone? Can you believe it? It's Tuesday again. Already. It's amazing how it comes around super fast. And it's raining here, which is so super awesome. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it. Like we already did our big celebrate, do something for their anniversary. But yeah, today is officially the day. It's crazy. 30 years ago. 30 years ago. That's a long time. You know, when we kind of hit a bigger anniversary than how half like we've been together longer than we were over half our lives. Those ones were like, wow, it's been a while. It's been a few years. So we'll give people a little bit of time to come in the room. I am putting sticky notes out. Thank you so much, Miss Cindy. I appreciate it. I hope it's cooled down for people. Hi, Geneva. Good to see you tonight. It has rained. It rained earlier today, and it was a big downpour. So that was pretty nice for cooling everything down. And now we're getting a little bit more tonight. At least the yard is not crunchy currently today as we walked across it back and forth to the car. So that's nice. It dropped a good 20 degrees into the 50s. Yeah, out of those 80s and 90s that we had, because those were too hot too, even. So, oh, good. Yeah, I got the windows open. I still have a fan on because where I'm at, I can't open that window and I can't open this window and I don't get any breeze. The kitchen has it, but hi, Miss Pamela. Good to see you. I am probably going to be wearing some cheaters today because my eyes are super tired. I can't tell if it is. Oh, yeah, I probably need to go have my eyes checked again. That's probably number one on the list. And then I'm like, I don't know if I'm just that tired from this weekend. And my eyes are like, no, just don't want to focus anymore. So this way I'm not like squinting and reading the chat. It makes it so much easier. So all right. So as we get into it tonight, what I have brought is basically some thrifting from the end of last week and a couple days this week. So it's all fresh stuff, fresh picked. Oh, she had a nap and coffee. Spectacular. Yeah, I have my drink. I have another one down there when this one runs out. To top it off, I am all caught up on shipping from last week, which is awesome. Thank you all for your patience. Took a couple extra days to get that to go out since I was at the show up in Loveland this weekend. So, and if we see Miss Marilyn in the chat, I just want to make sure that I have her correct email address because something isn't going through there for some reason. So, yeah, maybe you can stay awake. Stephen was on last night. We all got to chat with him a little bit on his channel. Stephen will be here next week. Mom and I will be on the road next Tuesday. So I will pack a box of goodies to take with us, unless we find some spectacular finds in the first day or two of traveling. Let's see. I'm Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures. Hello, good evening. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you supporting my channel. Kristen of Thrifted Gems is in the chat. She will be modding for me this evening. She'll put our starts and stops and all that jazz in the chat for us. Hello, Carrie Ann. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. There's Jeff live from the basement. There's the other half of the anniversary day. There he is. So So Linda, good to see you. Thanks for joining us as well. Yes, so I ship and invoice through PayPal. I do estimations through Pirate Ship and PayPal, whatever gives us a better shipping price. I try and do a combination of things. The best price for the best size for the best length of time to get it to you. Sometimes it's a little bit cheaper to do, say, the ground travel, but then they hold on to it and are touching it for 3 or 4 more days, and it's just will be safer if it gets to you quicker. So sometimes I choose a priority over the ground just because it's less time within the postal system for the safety of your items to get to you quicker. So, and when it's $1 or $2 difference, it really doesn't matter on some of those things, give or take back and forth. So that's kind of my thought process. I try and make sure that I pick the quickest, most safest combination of things for you to get it to you. Hi, Mom. Jumping in the chat. She's had her nap as well today. Everyone is well rested. I didn't get a nap today. Nobody thought to tell me, hey, you should go get a nap. I was out shopping. I had lefse this morning at my lodge, and then a friend of mine and I went out for lunch, and then the thunderstorm came in. So we're like, well, I guess we're going to sit here and watch the storm for a little while. Yeah, I've gotten a few boxes lately where the boxes were munched, and I take pictures of them all first to make sure that we have verification of what it looked like beforehand. But thankfully, most everything has come out, still not smushed inside. So, cross our fingers. I have a few of those things that I have gotten. Also, I have done some sourcing in other sales and all sorts of different platforms, and I have a couple boxes to open. So those will probably come into play tonight too if we have time for it. I usually try and hit about 2 hours, give or take, for a sale, so you know what we are planning for time-wise with us. And I do not do a recap. If anything doesn't sell and you're interested in it when you watch a replay or by the end of the sale, just message me at this vintagevikingtreasures@gmail.com, and or you can put a comment in on the video, and I will be watching for those as well. Oh, you're watering, Stephanie? Glad you're joining us. Thank you so much for coming in. So with the trip coming up, the next trip that we're doing a family reunion up to Wisconsin, Minnesota area. We'll be gone for almost 2 weeks, meaning the majority of the work days for those. And I would like to try and get everything invoiced and shipped before we leave for that, so that when we have the 2 Tuesdays when we are traveling, that those will be invoiced together after I get home from that. And that's how we'll break that up. Anything else I've missed? Kristen will yell at us in the chat if we need it to make sure that I know I'm not missing somebody's comments. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. Anybody who has the answer is more than willing to jump in, let people know what's going on. I enjoy having the chat. Makes the fun sale. It was a really fun sale last week because we had a lot of conversation as we went. I try to do lots of things as offer ups, and or there are occasional things that I have quantities of that are just quick claims. Yes, we do have our backups to the backups in the chat, so that's always great. And hopefully, Kristen, I hope you're feeling a little bit better. I missed you this weekend up at the show. And hi, Amy. Good to see you. Oh, I had a train of thought and I deviated from it. Offer ups. But the majority of the time, if there's no, okay, that's where I was going with this. If there's more than one person, it turns into an offer up. And Kristen will do the countdown in the chat. I give everybody a chance to answer to an offer opposing their offer, and I do not accept just in cases. We just let it go like as if you were in real person for everybody to respond to an opposite offer, and you can tell me whether you're in or out, and you can decide where you want to be without having to worry about bidding or going up against a clock. So yeah, there's been a few. I got a package. Yeah, I think I've told you that before. I got a package, but it was like linens, but it was smashed and it was wet. But by the time it got to me, it had dried out. Nothing broke, but you're like, oh, really? That would have been nice if it hadn't been smushed and dropped in a puddle. But oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, it was a great day to have someone there to come for a chat because Sunday was a little bit slow up at the show, and there was a lot of packing up to do by the end of the day, which wasn't too bad. It took me about 2 hours to pack up. Barb just a little bit longer, and then we loaded vehicles. I was all loaded in a half hour. She was loaded shortly after that, and off we went to dinner to let the traffic kind of sort itself out a little bit, and then headed home. And I was home by just a little after 10 o'clock on Sunday night, so it was pretty good. But oh, it's starting to smell nice with that rain out there. So I think what we'll start with is what I have already unpacked. That's up on the desk already. I have a couple bags down here. I have a pile here. I know you're not seeing where I'm pointing to. And then I have the boxes behind me that Jeff piled there after I sat down, so I didn't have to climb over them to get to my desk. So we kind of have it all around us to start with. I'm kind of liking doing this. I thrift for the week and then I show you what I find because it kind of gives you a glimpse into kind of the variety that I find here locally. And otherwise, it takes a long time to like save up certain items to do a whole theme sale. But I like having a good variety and we go from there. So, all right. I think that pretty much covers the majority of everything. I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure that you double check that because sometimes YouTube likes to kick that off. You just never know. So yeah, you just never know what you're going to find around here, honestly. But a few things I did find as I was packing for the show last week. I spent all day Thursday getting to what I wanted to put in the van. And I'm like, oh, look at that. That needs to go in this pile. And that goes in the booth pile. And that goes in the mid-mod pile. So I got a little bit more sorting done for that. So how often do I go thrifting? Well, it kind of depends on the week and how busy I am. Like for me, I like to get out of the house at least once. Like in the summertime, I'm never home all day long unless I am sick. So like I'll do a loop, around the house, which is close, and then I'll go up north one day and then I'll go down south one day. Or if I have something to do on the other side of town, I'll kind of just incorporate whatever stores are near that. So probably two to three times a week, depending. There's in my area, which is I've been told is not normal. I have approximately I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 thrift stores within about a 3-mile radius of my house. So there's certain ones I go to just like once a week, try and hit them once a week. There's one that gets a truck and they put out things 2 different days a week. I try and hit those ones when they're putting out the new stuff. And then other ones that are further out away from my house, I'm lucky if I get to those even like once a month occasionally. So that's kind of how it goes. As often as possible is probably the best answer to that question. So yeah. All right. You ready, Miss Kristen? I'm going to give you I'm guessing this is a blink no, but hey, you just never know. This isn't, at the very least, it's a beautiful art glass decanter. Oh man. So look at that. It is cracked right there. It is cracked. That's a bummer. So I got it because I like the color because it was teal. And it looks like it used to have a stopper because it's ground, and in the store, I totally missed that. Wow, that's a bummer. Right there, it must have smacked something when it was in a cart. So if it didn't have a big crack like that, I would probably put this around $20 to $35 in my booth. And so if anybody is interested in it, I don't think it would be a terrible thing to ship because it's not a big crack that like goes towards, a long thing. It is still good. You can turn the one side and still see it without having that crack present. Right. Well, there is definitely that. So if anyone is interested in this, it would be a $12 start. I would have said about 24, 22 till I saw that crack. So it does have a clear foot and that. And that's the other thing. When you're under these lights and right up here at the camera where it totally magnifies everything, there's a whole bunch of stuff that becomes more evident. So yeah, I don't know if I would tape it, but I would definitely do some more reinforced packing around the handle area. So there is the other thing that in my area, you're allowed to return stuff to the thrift stores. So I could be like, I didn't know this was broken. And you can return it, and what they do is they let you have what they call it. It's just a credit, a store credit. They used to give you cash back. So I've done that a few times. I had one piece once that I've probably told you this too. I took the tape off that took the lid off the item and soaked it, and the little knob fell off. So it had been repaired with Elmer's glue. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna take this one back because I didn't know that was broken. So they do have a pretty, as long as it's about 2 weeks, I think. So it's really not too bad, and it's kind of no questions asked unless it's like the tested electronic stuff. And they've definitely been cracking down on people like bringing back things that they aren't supposed to with their receipt, because you have to return it to the same store. And if they have a question as to whether they think that you shouldn't be returning it, they'll go back and look at their videotapes and stuff before they offer you a return if they think that you're trying to scam them. So yeah, ours went to the 2 weeks because they have closed down all of the fitting rooms. So they've given everything a little bit longer time. It used to be 7 days. So yeah. Yeah, it was missing a stopper too, Kristen. So anyway, it's kind of a funny thing with a thrift store to think about a return policy, but it's hard. You can't try on anything anymore with the fitting rooms. They just decided that the amount of manpower it needed to restock everything from people trying stuff on and to keep it all clean. I guess they just decided it was easier to use it other places. So, all right, I have this little lady figurine. She's porcelain and she has a green flocked dress. She will be let's do an $8 start. It's going to say, it doesn't say Japan, but it has a patent with a number on the bottom. I think it is similar to that Japan era because I have a red flocked lady that's a belle. That's almost the same style. This is fabric lace that's been starched and attached. And then on her umbrella, that is also fabric lace as well. It's got some gold accents and some little tiny rosebuds on the inside of her umbrella. Her hat is also flocked, and then the gold accents on the front. I thought that she would actually kind of make a fun pair with the red one and the green one, especially coming up for Christmas. One of the things I like to do is rearrange my booth with color themes. 7 inches tall and about 3.5 wide and 2.5 deep. So if I have things that are at my booth for an extended period of time, they get rearranged, and like I have a big display area on the top of one section of my shelves. And yes, she does. They did a great job on her face and her expression. So I try and redo the color theme up there every couple months, and sometimes it kind of coordinates with the holiday, and sometimes it's just I pick a color and I pull everything down, and then I just pick colors from around the booth and display it up there. So I have pulled everything for 4th of July back down, and I will probably need to do some sort of a new colorway this week. So oh, there it was. Hi, Jason. Thank you so much. All right. Next, I have a Hallmark ornament church. It's about a normal building ornament size. It is a metal ornament. This would be a let's do a $5 start. It does have a smidge of a bend right there, but this side, that's how it's attached. But this one's just a little bit more right there. This is from 2004. Says Hallmark cards, and it is in that little Christmas tree there with a number in it. It means it's the 6th in a series. And here is a little eye hook for hanging it as an ornament. Right? Of course, that's definitely what happens here in Colorado. But the detailing of the stained glass windows are very interesting on this one. What I don't know is if the series is a all different buildings, because the other thing I was surprised that was still attached is that plastic little cross at the top of the cupola. So it's very pretty. All the window detailing, and there's the rose window on the back, that round window. Hallmark has always had a special place in my heart for the details that they put into their items and their collectibles as well. I'm guessing it's a building series because sometimes they made some like that were in the acrylics or the resin, and then you could set up like a little town or something in a vignette, so you didn't have to have them on a tree necessarily. Oh, I didn't. Oh man, really? Well, I guess it's not bad. So, thought I had another damaged item on my hands. Let's see. Take somebody donated it with their garage sale sticker still attached. We're gonna need. Hey Jeff, if you're listening, could you bring me one AA battery, and I'll wait on this for a minute and see if we can see what that does. If it works or not. That would be helpful to know if it's working order or not. I have a couple fun little resin, not they're the harder plastic of the rooster and hen, like the play critters. Wondering, that is so weird. It almost looks like they have a magnet on the bottom, or they were attached to something. But these two together would be $3. I don't think that's attached. I mean, like glued to it. It must have just been how they were for standing up. And I am not seeing a mark on these two. I do the next one I'm going to bring up has the company name on it, but I don't think they're not magnetic. It looks to me like nope, they're not magnetic. Just must have been like how they were for the playset. Hi Michelle, good to see you tonight. Thanks for hanging around, coming by. Hi Steele, how are you? Welcome in. The rooster is about 2.5 inches tall, and then the hen is about 2 inches. So, right, definite. We go there. And the other one I got, I don't know how to pronounce this company. It's the German company that has made the play figures for kids, and it's spelled SCHLEICH. And they make the really realistic animals, and like you can see them at the toy stores and the hobby stores. This is a little Palomino pony. This would be a $3 start as well. They were great for the kids, like if you needed a specific animal or something like that for a diorama when they're in school, or if somebody really loved a specific animal. So this is 3¼ inches tall and about 3½ inches nose to tail. And I know that they have them at like Shields in the kids play section. They do all the dragons and fairies and knights and all that. They're nice, sturdy, solid made. They're not going to smush over and like the lightweight plastics. They're not going anywhere. Some of those are pretty expensive if they were like limited editions or discontinued or something like that. All right, next up, I have a small wooden hand-painted container. It's kind of like a little, like a tooth fairy box. This is an $8 start. It's got pink flowers, a white background, little green leaves. The lid is pink accents on the white, and it was painted by Janice Oswalt in 1983. So it's similar to, say, a rose mold style, but not exactly. So that would be why I picked it up. But I mean, what we got, it's almost 40 years ago this one was painted. They're real cutie with the vines and everything. She was a good painter. All right, we got Stephanie in on this one. I'm going to call it the painted box. And we can count that down. Hey, Jeff, did you hear me by chance? About a battery? If not, no worries. All right, Stephanie. We got you counting it down. Thank you so much. All right, you come over here. Oh, perfect. I love it too. There's just certain things I have to rescue. I just do. And that one's probably been hanging out somewhere because I found it as I was looking for other things. And oh, look at that. I didn't know I still had that. Look what I found, Jason. So for all of you that I forgot to say, I need one AA. Thank you, honey. I forgot after we did Midsummer's Festival in June, I think it was something like that, somewhere before our cruise. Jason found me a Disneyland or Disney World with my name on it, the mug, just this size. And I love it. And I forgot to tell everybody because every time I came on, it was over in the kitchen and I spaced it. I love it. It's super cool. And I came across this one. So if you have a Ron in your life, this will be a $6 mug. This one happens to be Disneyland with Walt Disney Productions, all in gold on the milk glass. It does not fire. And it has a little bitty mark at the bottom, but I think it's just a number. Not anything that really tells us who made it for them. But is that like the Irish coffee kind of style mugs? So if you have anyone in your life that is a Ron or a Ronald or a Ronnie, and yeah, it's fun. I love it. I found another one day, but I'm like, I will never, the name on it was so off the wall. I'm like, I'll never find somebody who needs that. But Ron, I thought, we could work with. Donald that goes for short for Ron. Who knows? But super fun. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's actually quite a good size mug as well. That is just about 5 inches tall, and the mug itself is 3 inches across. The opening. What? Oh yeah. Just handing me mine. See, here's mine. Walt Disney World with the castle on it and everything. That's me, Becky. It's super fun. Oh, and mine fires. Woohoo! Look at that, Jason. Mine's an older milk glass one. But for comparison, they are a little bit different shapes. A little different design at the foot. So they obviously did these for a few rounds with different companies and stuff, but there's mine. You can put it back. Awesome. Thank you. Then I don't have to worry about knocking it over. All right. So I'm going to try and get the battery in here. Hi, Ramola. Oh, it's a little stormy there. Yeah, we were getting some thunderstorms. We got a good one this afternoon. Wouldn't surprise me if it made it your direction. Let's see if this is going to tick or not. Hopefully I don't have the battery in the wrong direction. He does. That's why I have to give him a hard time occasionally. There's a lot of hunters out here in Colorado, between Denver and Colorado Springs, and there's a lot of them on social media, and they'll post some things, and I'm like, oh, look what you missed, Jason. Gotta give him a hard time occasionally. Oh yay, it works. So this will be a $5 start. This is a mini square clock. It's the original box. See, it's ticking. Now the inside clock face is a little bit crooked. It must have been, maybe it just got wiggled around from going, being shuffled around in and out of the store. Don't want some amount. Well, those winds that we had today, boy, they were strong. The top of the trees were just swinging around in circles. So it's a clear acrylic little mini clock. Here's the back. It has an alarm to set in the second hand, and these little green things they should glow in the dark, but they're not lighting up under the black light. So it's made in China. I'm guessing this is 80s. It's ticking away. It is not very loud. 2.5 inches square, basically, and it is just about 1.25 inches deep. So the battery cavity in the back is right here. So I will take out that battery. I can't ship it, but it's a cute little clock. All right, we got you, Steel. So this is what the box says, mini clock, and we can count you down. Steel. Back on there. There we go. Oh, and I just realized I had another little critter I didn't offer at the same time, but that's okay. We can do another round. Critters. I used to have somebody who always wanted a goat. I can't remember. Back when I did my first 12 days of Christmas. Thank you, Steele. There's always somebody who wanted a goat. That was back a ways ago. So this is a little kid goat, and he is that harder plastic. So he's not the more like the bendable flat. This is, if you bend his legs, they're gonna pop off. Look at how cute he is with his little nubby horns. Just a tiny little guy. He would be a $2 start. Great for a miniature shelf. About 2¼ inches tall and about 2 inches long. In grays on the white. I was thinking he was a little bit older because of the style plastic, but it could just be, a different manufacturer. So yeah, he's definitely, I thought he was really cute. I just tried to pull out some of the fun, bigger critters in the bag. I'm going to do some for my booth that are little baggies with 2 and 3 plastic animals in it for $1 for the kids. Always fun to have a little piece like that for them to little bin that they can look through. People come through our booths and I'm like, the kids aren't going to hurt anything. It's fine. They're like, no, I won't let them touch anything. I'm like, it's okay. They're not going to hurt anything. We break just as much stuff as anybody else does in our booth. Okay, next up, I have a set of playing cards. Oops, wrong direction. They are Preserve Oregon's Heritage. Playing cards, it says play to learn and how to be something of Oregon's heritage. The little sticker goober there over what it says. So this will be a $3 start. Every card in the deck has facts about Oregon. I don't know how somebody probably was out on a trip and got these as a souvenir. But the front, the box picture is what they have on the front of the cards. And then every individual card has information on it. And I don't know if I count them all? I don't remember if I counted them all. I usually count them at the store before I even buy them. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, no jokers. So we should have all the playing cards there. The oldest known house site in Oregon is approximately 9,500 years old, predating the eruption of Mount Mazuma. Each one has a picture and a fun fact about Oregon. Or if you have kids that just like to learn things, that's kind of a fun, kind of like trivia while you're playing cards. And I feel like I sound like a broken record, but again, I found these and went, those haven't been offered here yet. So I want to make sure that you guys get a chance at them. I got Mom and Maria King in the chat. That's my mom. So it looks like Mom is going to have some, that doesn't surprise me at all, being a teacher. She loves history. Counting it down for Mom. Thanks, Ma. Okay, this one I found, and I love this. It is a heart-shaped wooden box. It is fairly significant size. Let's see, we're about 8 inches by 6.5, and it is 3.5 inches deep. Right, there will be a quiz. She'll bring them along on the trip, and she'll read them to me as we're driving, because that's how you stay awake. I have no idea what wood this is, but this is a handmade heart box. I think I would like to start this around $15. She'll ease it. There you go. I'm going to move this a second because I think it also has some inlaid material here, the darker stripes around it. It wouldn't hurt it to get a little bit of an oil to freshen it up a little bit. A little dry here in Colorado, but There are the hinges, how it was cut out with that curve. And it's just a fantastic box. Heart's one of my first loves and first collections. And furniture, this is the bottom. So it's got a little bit of schmutz on it, probably from having had something, spill next to it and gotten a little bit of water damage. But it has some age to it. Got a nice little beveled edge on the lid there. Yep, a little bit of mineral oil, or probably don't want to do polish because that would change the color of the box. How big it is? It is almost 3.5 inches tall, and it is. You line it up really good. The widest point across is 6 3/4 inches wide, and then from the top of the heart to the point of the heart is almost 8 inches. It does have a little spot right here where this part of the hinge has come. It is, you can see where that screw comes through right there. But I think this would be a great canvas if you were an artist that loves to do painting on wood, or if you just need a nice container for storing stuff somewhere. I love it. This was hiding in the corner. I must have just got pushed to the side one time from one of my hauls, and that's where it's at for a while. But it is a really pretty, I like how well done it was. Right, you could probably even, what they have now, they have the decoupage papers you could do, or the paint inlays, and what else? The the rub-on pieces as well. You could really, zhuzh this up quite a bit. We got Dusty in at 15. All right, I'm gonna write it down. Heart box. Dusty, and then we can count that down. For Miss Michelle. And hi, Miss Becky. How are you doing tonight? I was only able to pop in shortly last night before I needed to call it. Head to bed. Sure, that would be great. Then I'll have it nice and fresh at the top of the email. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think you were the other one that had the birthday today or anniversary today. Shoot. When we were talking last night, everybody was all in this same week. It was kind of crazy. So, all right. Next up, I have a chenille that like probably a bedspread or bed cover that has been repurposed or upcycled into a little pumpkin. It is, I would call it a pale yellow or a beige colorway. They put a little stem on it and a little raffia. So let me see if I can get some white behind it. So you can, not my face, just the pumpkin. There we go. This will be a $6. Well, let's make it a $5 start for the chenille pumpkin. You went to dinner tonight? Nice. I think we're gonna go Wednesday or Thursday. And we don't have to do rush back and be home for anything like tonight. And it looks like they just took one long piece and seamed it just up the sides, gathered it up in the middle, added the stem and the raffia. It is about, with the stem on it, it's about 7.5 inches tall and 6 inches wide. Yeah. Kristen and Jason are going to be going out to celebrate this week too. So much celebrating this week. Okay. I have a set of Disney blocks, but they are incomplete. There are 34 blocks in the bag, but it is so there's some numbers and letters. And then there's a set that, like this, where you can change it and do the different Disney characters. So it's like three different sets. Three different sets, Kristen. You got that? 34 blocks in here. I don't know if they'd be good for crafting or whatever. So I would probably be putting these out at $1 a piece at my booth, quite honestly. Because they're Disney. But I do $10 here if anybody is interested in the bag of 34. It is incomplete, but there are all sorts of fun letters and numbers and pieces in there. They are 1 1/8 inch cubes, or 1 1/4, right in there. They're not square. They're not exactly even. There they are. Maybe it's just me. 3/8, 1 3/8. Nice wooden blocks. I had hoped that there would be more complete than that, but I know that people like having like the letters to make to do like initials and stuff like that for kids' room. So that's probably what those will go out for. I'm going to offer this fun Christmas jar or canister to you guys. This it's a good size. Let's see. I should do it this way, then I'm not guessing. 10.5 inches tall and about 4.5 inches across. Does it have any mark on it? I'm not seeing a mark in the painting, but it does have a mark on the seal. So this Christmas jar will be $10 because I probably put about 16 on it. It has France on the seal. So it has a plastic gasket, but we have a snowman with a tree. And then, well, it looks like, I almost think they look like polar bears too, but then the snowman with the sled, and then the snowman with the presents and the candy cane. You're celebrating up in Fort Collins on Friday. Nice. Ooh. I thought this jar would be, for any cocoa bar or anything like that. Hello, Maritza. How are you doing tonight? So again, it is a French style jar because it has that gasket. You can put candy canes in there, cocoa packets, anything, ornaments. I like the graphics just as they are. Ooh, that would be fun, Kristen. I'm surprised that they actually have holiday stuff out because they usually, sometimes they do Christmas in July at the local stores. Sometimes they don't. You just never know. Sometimes they just put it out with the regular stuff, right? I was thinking they look like polar bears too, but then they're like a polar bear to a snowman. I should have taken this up to the show. This is a vintage. Hi, Laura. How are you doing tonight? A vintage Breyer horse with the saddle and its reins. I believe these were going for about $45, so I could start it at $25 here. Trying to find his mark. They're usually marked underneath. That, or he's the older one that's not marked. But he has the chain that attaches here to the bit for the reins, and the bridle is printed on, and then the saddle has a snap that can come on and off, but it is vintage, so it is the harder plastic. So I did see one where the stirrup was popped off because it had bent up and the chain had gotten caught and the other one had been pulled off. So these are the pretty standard Breyer horse size. It's about 8.5 inches long and 7 inches tall. Oh no. Wow. Well, we're getting rain. We could send some of it your way. Is it Romola? Didn't like how windy it was that we sent her earlier, but we could send some of the rain your way. That would probably be helpful. Look, wouldn't he be cute with the little Palomino pony? I'm gonna have to have a little Noah's Ark section or something at the booth coming up. How about this guy? This is my other original collection, is giraffes. This is a solid metal piece, and I think it had a shinier silver overlay at one time. I don't know if it's more oxidized or if it has lost some of its finish, because you can kind of see some of it there. Definitely stay safe. Oh, yep, I can see it right here. Right there. You can hear it starting to peel off wherever that right there. But giraffe, he would be a $10 start. He is 7 inches tall, about 3 inches wide. And he is solid. I think he's at least a pound. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, right under a pound. Oh wow. Oh goodness. Yeah, it's just one thing or another, isn't it? You just never know what you're gonna get. You always have to be aware of what's blowing through. I hope you guys stay safe for sure. Just keep vigilant. I don't see any marks on this guy. Yeah, I could understand that. We had a couple fires come through a ways back, and they were not fun. So, okay, I'm going to offer these, but they are larger. They are lightweight, but they are definitely bigger. So originally, these Santas have blah 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 old quilts that have been used for the Santa's coat or his cape. Fairfield, La Habra, California, made in the USA. Maybe Fairfield was the company name, and La Habra is the city. They have a wooden base, and they stand almost 17.5 inches tall. And his face is hiding. It's hiding inside the hood. It's in there. He's kind of like a old Saint Nick. Got some of that raw cotton batting around the hood, and then the beard. He's got a pack with pine cones and sticks and some greenery in it. And what else does he have? A little greenery on his hand. And the base is 4.5 by 4.5. So I have 2 of these. Oh, I should probably tell you to start. That'd be a $10 start. See the different patterns on his quilt. So this is the one. And get the other one. Where are you hiding, Santa? Really? I had tons of stuff in here. Aha! Hiding under the pillowcases. Here's the other choice. And this one has, this one needs just a little bit of glue to secure his base again. It looks like they were, from the weight, I'm assuming that they're made out of a styrofoam core. This one is also marked. And hi, Carol, good to see you. And I missed whatever chat was going on, sorry. And he's all in red tones, reds and greens, a little bit of blue at the bottom. Again, woo, yep. Styrofoam core isn't attached to that one. And his face is hiding in here. There he is. He's hiding in there. Like the old world. Good grief, you're loud, Santa. With his big cape, big beard. He's got a wreath on this side, and this bag has sticks and other greenery as well. I love the colors on this one. So, all right. Yeah, there's the wind was strange here today, too. It was just swirling around and around in circles. Oh, you've made a mess, Santa. All right. Yes, Father Christmas. I have Kristen counting you down. Thank you, Miss Pamela. And oh, thank you, Carol, again. I've actually gotten a few pieces of Fenton this week on sales. It's been kind of fun. I need more Fenton for September. Gotta have some new stuff for that show. So we have the red, and then this one is more, say, grays with some blues. He's a little more neutral. Let me know. They're both about the same height. The blue one you can see, stand up straight. He's a little bit taller. He's about an inch taller than the red one. You're going to take the blue one. You got it, Miss Pamela. Okay. Blue Santa. All right. Thank you so much. You stand over here. Have Santa droppings everywhere. All right. I got to see Miss Carol. She was at the show this weekend. MJ was up there. She picked up her purchase from last week, so that was fun to be able to see her and have a quick chat with her as well. And then, of course, Jason was up there. And Kristen, like I said, we all missed her. Carol found me in the parking lot on the way in and gifted me with a bag of peanuts for packing and shipping. So that was fun. To remember to get those out from under the table when we were packing up. So, all right, next up, I have a pair of pillowcases. I think these are big. I think this is, well, it's standard. Oh, what size standard is? It looks big for standard to me. It might be almost a king size, but it'll be the pair. The first one is that nice cotton, and this one has the stitching on it that says his, with a little bathroom scene. I can always use peanuts, that's for sure. And then the matching one says hers, and she's in her pajamas, stretching, getting ready to get for bed. The pair would be $7, and they have a little crocheted or hand stitched edging. It almost looks like a serge. Actually, it looks like they serged and got a little eyelet kind of to it. I was just surprised that you found me on walking in. People were waiting in line on Saturday morning, and I was sneaking in the back door. So that is that pair. Those are nice cotton. And then I have a choice after that pair. I have a choice. These are more of a standard size to me. They're the white cotton as well. And they're not stitched on, but it's the style of the stitching, but they use like a fabric marker pen. They'll be $3 each. So I have God Bless America. She kind of looks like an angel. There's nothing on the edge of those. The next choice I have is, I can't read that one. It says Meemaw's Little Angel and Pawpaw's Little Angel, both on the same pillowcase. Probably a nice a grandma and grandpa gift. And then the third choice at $3 is one that has a bunny rabbit. I had them all nice and folded up, and then I used them to wrap my glass from when I left the store. So these are a $3 choice. And she almost takes up half the pillowcase. So I'm wondering if somebody used like the same old patterns and just decided to do like the fabric marker instead of doing the stitching, because they certainly look like those old school patterns. And you can tell, let's see if I can see up close. You can kind of see like the bluing mark where it was transferred to the pillowcase, and then the color is on top of it. You can't buy a plain pillowcase anymore for $3, let alone something that's got fun designs on it like that. And usually I don't see this many at one time. So I was like, I'm going to go around the rounder one more time, see if there's any more designs. Okay, that is that one. Okay, this is new retro. This would be a $12 start. I would probably put it about 15 to 18 at my mid-mod show. This is, say, 6 foot by the same by 4 foot. So it's a rectangular tablecloth. It is a new polyester style fabric, gray background with the atomic stars, and then the diamonds in that corally red and the teal, and then the darker gray. So I guess we have 2 teal and the coral on that side, and then this side has the darker gray. So it repeats itself on each end. So here's one side. So it's got the 2 diamond sets on each side. 4 altogether. But a nice new, it's got a little bit of water resistance to it, being that polyester. So it'll give you that pop of color for the retro look. That one kind of surprised me when I found this one on the rack. There's the darker gray, that orangey coral, and the teal. Right? Okay. Oh, and then, okay, I'm going to do this one's a Halloween style. It's a fleece. It is new. It will be $10 also. Again, this is a throw blanket. Let's see. So we have 6 by, I think it's about 6 by 5. It's new. It says, oh, come on, cooperate. Way to celebrate. I don't know which brand that is, but it goes from purple to grays with like the haunted house and bats and all the fun spooky stuff, but in this really pretty purple to black colorway. And it repeats the Haunted Mansion twice on each end, and then on the other side. So the Haunted Mansions will like face each other when it's folded out. That's a brand new, really nice pile on that fleece. If anybody who loves the Halloween season and just needs a new blanket to cuddle up with, this one is super cute. It's not your traditional orange and black. It's kind of fun with that really pink moon going in the sunset in the background. Okie dokie. Have some plush. Not too many, actually. Not in this bag, anyway. I think I only have 3 or 4. Oh, okay. This will be a $7 start. This is, well, it says a 9 to 13-inch Sesame Street Classics. There were 5 different ones originally. Obviously, we have Big Bird. Close to probably that 13-inch size. Oh, yeah, he's more like 15. Still has the tags. So I said $7 start. It says Toy Factory is the brand right there. Is that seriously? No, it's not what I thought I was reading. 22. So this one may have been out for a little while. He is that super soft plush. I don't know if you guys remember last time I had plush, I had a little wombat that was the softest one ever. This little giraffe is the same company, Aurora, with the same tag logo. Brand new, eco-friendly giraffe. He will be a $4 plush, super, super soft. He almost looks like a cow. Those little bitty horns. But he's a giraffe. Definitely a giraffe. About 7 inches, I believe. 10 inches. 10 inches long. From his little horns to his toes. Miss Melinda is in at 4 on the giraffe. I love him. If I would like just start collecting this label from Aurora because these are amazing. So we have Melinda. Thank you. 4. Perfect. And now I have a dinosaur. He is going to be a $5 start. 2019 Wish Pet Spinosaurus. Oh, good, Melinda. That you'll love it. That one is spectacular. So I don't know if this is a real dinosaur name or made up, but it's like a really short velour kind of feel to it, and then those great reptile looking eyes. And he is a pretty big dinosaur. I would say 9 inches this way and about 10 inches tall. Just look at all his teeth. Yeah, I love it. She might need a wombat. He's so cute. Look at his claws too. I do like having a variety, especially to have some. There's so much more for girls, it feels like. So this dinosaur for somebody who loves, especially around here in Colorado, we have a lot of dinosaur stuff, dinosaur museums and everything. Hi, Steph. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. And then The last choice of plush from that bag is going to be a $7 start. And the company brand is Ben Ben, ages 3 and up, out of California. June of 23 is when this was produced. And this is like a little bag with this, looks like a seashell. Sorry. And has this zipper pocket. Right? For sure. And inside the seashell bag, we have a sea turtle. And that nice teal colors. We have a crab in hot pink. Oh, and see, he's like got a super cute little face on him. Does the turtle? Oh, turtle just got eyes. He didn't get a little smiley face. Just right here in Colorado Springs, Miss Steph, a little jellyfish with a little rickrack in purple. He's got a little flower. And wait, there's more. A seahorse. Look at his little eyelashes. And the piece de la resistance is the Little Mermaid girl. So these are all 3 and up toys, but they're the not soft plush. So the in and out game, and put the mermaid in, put the turtle in. Everybody will have I know, I thought this was just the cutest thing ever. And make a great little entertainment piece for at a restaurant to keep the littles distracted. I know. So there's 5 pieces inside this carrying bag, the giant pink shell. So we have Miss Pam at 7. So let's say shell bag with 5-piece plush. Yeah, when I opened this up, I kept pulling out pieces. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe there's more in here. Counting it down. Thank you. I will watch the chat. Get a sip for the lag. Oh, I got ice. And then we're going to pull up this bag next. Hi, Miss Kathy. How are you doing tonight? Oh, yeah, you totally could. You could probably have somebody embroider it with a name. I can have it, what's the word? Personalized. Okay. Here's stuff. Here's the where do I get this stuff and what a crazy thing I found. Yeah, that's adorable. All right, bug alert. I can't believe these are still on the card, number 1. It's only missing 2. I found these listed for around $24, what they had all of them all together. They are pin back little, I wouldn't say brooches, but they're like a little safety pin. Let's see. Yeah, it's got like that little U-shaped thing right there where it flips into. I know. So I'm missing 2. I'm missing a red ladybug and I'm missing a fly, like a blue fly, from what I could see. They are made in Japan. And I mean, they're fabulous. Look at how shiny the beetles are. Scatter pins. There we go. That's the right term for them. So they were made to be cut apart at the store and each one sold separately. I think it's just great altogether on the board. I would like to sell them that way. So I would probably start this at $16. I mean, I would sell them individually, but I'd rather keep them all together. If I did sell them individually, I would probably put at least $2 a piece on them. So, and we have 10 here, so that would be $20 just if we were at one at a time. So there's a fly, a dragonfly, this little yellowed spotted beetle, I don't know if that's another fly or a bee. Well, that one's a bee right there. Another dragonfly. Those two really shiny beetles. That might be a cicada, unfortunately, and that one as well. But I was like, really? The whole thing's all together? That's amazing. You just, like I said, you just never know what you're going to find. That's why it's so much fun for me just to go looking, just to see what's out there. There's all sorts of good stuff out there. While I open this, oh, Ramola's going to be in. Okay. Yeah, you can see the back. They're still in pretty good shape in terms of not a bunch of ripping or anything. I think somebody just got the whole thing and stuck it away somewhere. All right, Miss Ramola. So bug scatter pins. Counting it down. Thank you, ma'am. Open. All right. Thank you so much. I have a set of 4 of these coasters. They're a thick, almost like a rug. They're all loves. Otherwise, they'll go in my Valentine box. Let's do $5 for the start for the set of 4. This is Chandler Four Corners is the brand. And it's 4 good size coasters. I believe they are 4.5 by 4.5. They're seriously like, there's somebody on Instagram who does like custom rugs, and that's what this reminds me of. And then each one of them then is turned over and attached to this little foam, the backing with the label on it. There's a little bit of strings and everything from the yarn, but you guys go there. Mm-hmm. Right. You can draw different. Probably even put like a tree on them, like at Christmas time with the red edging. You'd never see that word. Okay. All right. I have no clue if I got a really good one or not on this one. I'm guessing, but I do not know if this is an Italian style ashtray, I believe, but it is almost, I'd say, 2 pounds, and it's cased. Oh, we're at 3 pounds 3 ounces. Sorry, I underestimated. So it's case glass. It has that white on the outside to that teal, and then a little bit of a clear. You can see the clear before the white, and then it goes to the teal. But I don't know if this is really Italian or not. Maybe Steph in the chat. I know she has a lot of Italian opinions and expertise. It has the remnants of a sticker on the bottom, and it has a nice ground polished. You can see how flat that is there. Ground polished bottom for sitting this way. If it is Italian, these are going, they go crazy money. I would say, not knowing exactly what it is, I would start it probably around $35 for you guys. Because you really can't find, this is a really hard thing to look up and find. But there you go. You can see the nice polished bottom. But gorgeous piece of glass, nice solid piece, beautiful colorway. If nothing else, I mean, I'll leave it on the counter in the kitchen, and all the little things that come out of your pocket, or my the little flavor water packets or something. I would love to just use it for something like that because it is just a beautiful color. It is, I would say, 7 inches across, 5.5 inches deep, and a little over 3 inches tall. Right. Even if it's not Murano, that's my first guess, and that's about where I, feel comfortable doing a start without totally either give somebody a really great deal or me not losing, 5 times that. Who knows? I've had a couple different pieces similar to this, but not this exact shape. The last ones I had were teal on one side and black on the inside. I think they were teal and black combination. Have a little mid-mod. This guy's going to be an $8 start. Here's a little hound dog, droopy dog candle. Here's his little wick. I remember these. There's the base. It probably used to have a sticker over where the wick is coming out at the bottom. They stained and or painted along the details of it. He's in pretty good shape considering. He's missing a little bit on his paw right there. His other paw has more details. A face. Poor little hound dog puppy. That's right. I always think of the movie The Fox and the Hound. Like, what are you? I'm a hound dog. This would be an $8 start. Oh, we have a signature underneath the sticker. Let me find that. Oh, I don't see as many of those out here. With friends of ours in the Fenton community, they have a large hound dog. Okay, I have a spoon rest that is a Mexican pottery style. It is all cobalt floral design on an ecru background. It has the terracotta pottery. You could hang it as well, and it is marked Del Carmen. $8 start. Yep. Yay. I'm glad I didn't just say that in my brain. I'm glad I said it out loud. Did I say how much I wanted to start it for? It's got the textured glazes, depending on how thick they put those on. It's a really pretty colorway. I liked it being all the blues and cobalts. And it's a nice practical piece. Something you could use every day. I find some good stuff, Kristen. A couple things that are just going to go. These are napkin rings or gooses. They're going to go in my BTS pile. I have a napkin ring box. But I'm trying to get as many of those together as I can for beautiful table settings show coming up in, I believe it's October in Alabama. You go there. Bunnykins. Oh, Ramola's gonna go on the spoon rest. That's a good grab. Good choice, Ramola. I almost didn't pick it up. I was like, should I, shouldn't I? And I said, the color is just too good not to pick up on that spoon rest. Thank you so much. Let that one count down. Try and get some more of this sticker residue off. We're seeing the pattern here. You're definitely fresh from the fresh pickings, because this is a cute one. Little bunnykins, kind of a, I don't know, dining room theme. The grandfather clock, the curtains looks like they're cleaning as the bunnies all the way around the edge. This would be $7 start. It's only the bowl. I looked and looked to see if I could find the plate and or the mug, but all they had was this piece. 1938 is the original copyright for Royal Dalton. That's not how old this is. English fine bone china bunnykin. Oh, spring cleaning. There you go, Geneva. These go occasionally in my booth. I have a few sets that have been in there. You can't leave them. Just can't leave them behind. I was successful at finding an item for our the next Pixie sale. I'm not going to show you what it is. Right? They could do that at my house too. I wish they'd do that at my house. So this is going in the Pixie sale. Putting it right in there. In with the Pixie. Yeah. My grandma loved the bunnykins. She gave several of the kids bunnykin sets. The children's sets. I think this one will probably go in my Scandinavian stuff, unless there's somebody who really, really wants it here. See, Good Yule with the little Nessa on it. I'm thinking this is kind of whatever, a little bit bigger than a shot glass size. But I saw that guy painted on it, and I started turning it around, and I'm like, oh, Good Yule, that's Norwegian. For Merry Christmas. And this is another Christmas one, but she's a single lady. She is a candle hugger or candle decoration. Little angel with her harp, little red toes. R&R. What's the name of that? Roman. ROMAN. Made in Taiwan. So 80s. Since she's single, I'd start her at $4. But I couldn't leave her there. Again, see, I'm such a softie. Looks like maybe she's got a little bit of red cold paint missing, but it almost looks like a heart on her toe. I mean, if it is missing, it certainly is a great design for it to be missing in. Blonde hair, little bow in her at the top to display on a candle. These two I need to do a little bit of research on, but I did enough in the store that I found out that they should be Costa Boda. So I'll do a quick show and tell, which is totally a bummer. 2 different size little pairs, and they're supposed to have a stopper in the shape of the stem of the pear. And I looked in like all the little baggies and everything, but I knew from the weight of the glass and how clear it was that they should be something good. And then, let's see if I can get this off enough. You can read it. I didn't have cheaters at the time at the store. I did a reverse image search enough to say that it should be Costa Boda. And then I picked off this just enough for it to say, I can't read what's under it, but you can read the top says Costa right there etched in. And I don't know if it's numbers or what, but it says Costa right there. Right. It's super sad that the stoppers were missing because you can definitely see where it was the top of the piece. So this one should have that marking as well. But I have friends who make glass, and I'm wondering if he might even attempt to make me just a little bit of a stopper to finish those off. Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking too. It's not exactly it was enough that I knew it was a good one that I wasn't going to leave them there even without the stoppers. I think it's a number underneath. So, yeah, those are my Becky's going to try and do some more investigating and figure that out and see if there's a possibility of our friend making some stoppers. I don't know if that's too small of a piece for him to make or not, but I'll never know. He can only say no. All right, to something totally new. This is one of those little mini jewelry boxes, enameled with rhinestones. He's a sloth. $8 start. Here's where he opens on the back. Hinge with a magnetic closure. He is just a little guy. Be great for a miniature shelf. 2.5 inches tall and about 1.5 each direction. I don't see any marking on the bottom, just that little pattern way. Oh, isn't he just the cutest little guy? He's just so proud of himself. Like, I'm just going to stand here and hold my hands and look, like I'm supposed to be paying attention. It's got a little bit of a shiny iridized sparkle in that finish and the enameling as well. It's not showing up on the camera, but all of this has a sparkle to it as well. And he was hanging out in the corner of a box that I had unloaded before and thought I had it all undone. But no, he was hanging out. Let's see, we're getting there. It's always fun to have a little bit of something for the next time around, or seed to start the next pile. Hi, Tracy. How are you doing tonight, Ms. Artsy Fartsy? Okay. This one came in a little bag of other doll stuff. And she is an ornament. I don't think she's supposed to be the whole the knee hugger size style because her hands don't connect. But I think it is very similar to that age period. And she's got the same kind of a hanger. But she does not have any stickers left on her. Pretty bright yellow and white colorway. I would like to start her at $9. Little bangs, hair sticking out of her hood with the ears. I think they're wired. Oh yeah, let's see. There we go. You can see them inside there. And I think her limbs are wired as well, so they can be a little bit more adjusted and bend and so on and so forth. I think this is just a little bit after the knee hugger style because of the face. Because the other ones, this is like a cloth molded face versus those other ones had like the rubberized doll kind of face to them. I still think it's right in there in the, say, 60s-ish, maybe even. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking Japan and or Taiwan, right in there between the two, because it's kind of got that Betsy Clark look to the face. I know, she's pretty cute. But she also has that that wispy doll of the 70s look to her. Right now she's about 8 inches long from the top of her ears to her toes. And she is going to sit over here, that other little angel. Oh, Steph is gonna make the plunge. I'm gonna say yellow bunny girl. I opened up a little doll suitcase and she was staring at me and I went, doesn't matter what else is in there. I'm just gonna get it. And we can decide from there what else is good in there. So okay, she's gonna come sit. You're going to California, little bunny girl. All right, I'll watch for that one to be counted down. Thank you so much, Steph. She is adorable. Let's see. Start on this one. Oh, I have more. Sold to Miss Stephanie. Thank you. Have more napkin rings. I think that's what those are. Have a giant like soup mug. This will be a $4 mug. It has little mini hearts on it. The red interior. Microwave. Oh, it says mug is oven safe, and then dishwasher and microwave safe, but made in China. It's a newer one, but I love the hearts for Valentine's and such. You just have to pick it up. You go over here. You sit on there. Those are more of those. We had a little bit left in the bag from last week. I don't remember what's even in there. Hello, Penelope. Welcome. Been lurking and cooking. That's fun. Oh, you do? That's funny. Named him Lawrence. I'm wondering if one of our stores is going to close actually, because it keeps like they keep taking out racks and cases and everything. Every time I'm there, there's less stuff in the store to even put things out on. I figured this would go in our. Oh, excuse me. Height? Does he need a twin? Let's see, Lawrence, and what can we rhyme with Lawrence? I'm gonna try and see if there was a mark on this, but the tag is not cooperative. There we go. This will probably go in my Scandi pile. It is the Mermaid on the Rock, that famous painting or sculpture, and this is what they call an iceberg that they have etched that design in. Torrance, right? It's funny. So I'm assuming this is, I think it's from Denmark. There's nothing on the bottom of that. Oh, you need that, Miss Pamela? I'm thinking it would probably be, oh, I've just found it. How funny is that? Crystal from Sweden. Look at that. It's a sticker. Nybro. Crystal from Sweden. These new in the Scandi gift shops are probably somewhere between the $50 and $60. I would probably put it in my Scandi show for around 35 to 40. So for Miss Pamela, what I'd normally say 40, 30, about 25 I could start it for. If you're interested in that. This one has a lot of detail. She has a lot of detail to her. I don't need to get her right up there. So you can see on this is the smooth side of the iceberg. And then it has like the ridges on the edge. And then the back where it's flat, they indent the design into the glass. And there are a lot of Swedish, Norwegian companies that do this kind of style with different motifs in the glass. All right, mermaid. MERMAID. I can spell on the rock. Iceberg. Counting it down for Miss Pamela. And I'll watch that in the chat. What did I miss about that? Oh, and they're really cool. I have a few that have Viking ships in them, and or a Viking, or a troll, or a little Nessa elf. Thank you, Miss Pam. The majority of the glass from the Scandinavian is that crystal clear stuff. They do, like, they stain it sometimes to help the pattern. Speaking of which, here's another Scandinavian piece. Looks like I found a few of those this last week or so. This one is a little mug. I would start this at $4. This is made by Burquest. It is a import company that is in Minnesota, out of Cloquet. That's the name of it. Saying it right, I believe. And it has I think it's the Swedish one on this one. God who holds the children dear, watch over little me. And then on this side, it has it in Swedish with the little heart pattern. So it's a children's size, like the mug set, like the bunnykins. So it's a children's mug. And sometimes they would come with a plate and bowl. But Burquest is also the company that's done a lot of the tiles that have like the sayings or the proverbs or the prayers on. And then actually this one has a Jackie Briggs 94 on it. So that may be who designed it or something like that. Romola is in. So this is the kids mug. And if I remember, oh, Jennifer, you asked about bunny rabbits. Not off the top of my head, but I'm just kind of going through what I found recently. So it's kind of a mixed haul. We're at 4 for Romola. Thank you, Romola. What I was remembering to say was I believe that this company had that other showroom, something along the lines had a fire. I have to go look that up because somebody told me something happened to it since I visited it last time. Oh, good, Tracy. I ship from Colorado Springs, Jennifer. I'm basically smack in the middle of the country. So if you have a general or the area that you are at, I can kind of tell you what thing, what shipping is approximately. Shipping is pretty economical for almost Southern California. So you're about where Steph is. It's a little bit higher than, say, the immediate states around me, but it's really not usually that bad. So say a 2-pound package going priority is probably in the range of, say, $9 to $12, give or take. And that's just kind of a guesstimate. We ship so much that you kind of get a general idea of what that kind of what it will be at. But give or take that. If it's lighter than that, Huntington Beach. We were on Huntington Beach. Do they still have the Ruby's Diner on that pier at Huntington Beach? Yep, you are. I thought this one was fun. This is an ornament. I believe it is, again, that Mexico pottery style. Yep, there it is right there. Mexico. It is bright colors. Purple, pink, orange, green, and then the white details, a little teal. This is like a ball or ball ornament. I can start this at $6. It is about 3.5 inches tall and about 3 inches. So this is about a half inch here, and it just has a ribbon through. You can see the red pottery, the terracotta pottery in there. Oh, really? That's cool. We had a Ruby's here, but it didn't last very long. It's probably been closed at least 10 years. So, oh yeah. So, not that you're necessarily going to be putting this in. Oh, it's going to blow out. But the green reacts to the black light. The hot pink reacts. The orange reacts. Boy, wouldn't that be fun on like a Halloween tree with the pink, the purples, and the oranges? If you so desire to decorate something like that. Let's see if I can make it show up better. There you can see it. So those are the pink spots that are lighting up. The green here. Yeah. They might have lead in this paint. You just never know. Boy, it really reacts though. I don't know specifically, Jennifer. The more you have, the more people like generally show up to talk to you. I know that. I think there is some regulations for how many people you have for being able to go live on YouTube versus say using a service like StreamYard. And I usually just use StreamYard because that's what I'm used to. Okay. Ooh, we're getting to the bottom of another bag. I found a bunch more of those big marbles that I made like keychains and stuff out of. So I was going to replenish my supply for making some more marble jewelry and keychains, I guess. The bag empty. Woohoo! I love this one. I don't know if this is a what would be the word? A hobby piece or not? But it is kind of a 3D. You can kind of see how the words and the pictures kind of pop out from the mug. But it says trick or treat with a whole bunch of little kids dressed up in different kinds of outfits. So the black and white contrast it, and it has a white interior. This would be a $6 start. Let's see. There's nothing on the sticker, but I'm wondering if there's any signature or something underneath. Oh, yes, there's something under there. Global Design Connections, Kate Williams. And then there's a logo. I just love the silhouette. I thought the silhouette was super great. I mean, this would make a great riser for something in a Halloween or a fall display. Little fairy butterfly girl. Right, it's going right into my fall box. Oh yeah, the ones that are like the candy corn colorway, like the white, yellow, orange. That would be super cute too. Okay, I have a little mini piece of Folkscraft. It is the kind of the beige with the brown design pattern on it. It has a number. It says number 793, but it's like the little loaf pan or like the little bitty thing for putting sweetener packets in or something like that on your table, or anything you wanted on your table, honestly. But it's that off-white ecru with the brown design. This would be a $5 start, but it's like an itty bitty little loaf pan. It'd be super cute on a for like your sweet and low packets with the handles on the top. It's 4 inches long, 2.25 inches wide, and 1.5 inches tall. I know, I just like the littles. It almost would be diet bread. This would be super cute for an American Girl doll kitchen because it would be just about the right size for a kitchen for American Girl dolls. That would be super adorable. Oh, here's the bottom. So 733 with the copyright and Falsgraph. And then USA at the bottom. Lake Elsinore. I haven't heard of that one before. It's fun to find people that you're close to for stuff like this. Oh, this one I really don't want to ship, but I'll show it to you guys. It is a large piece, a large bowl of Fenton Silvercrest. Oh, come on, come off there. Just enough. Just enough would be great. Yeah, got a lot of California in the chat, looks like. This is the big double crimped Silvercrest bowl by Fenton. It's not the melt glass doesn't. Oh, I'm getting tired. What's the word? The word is fire. So it's the newer 70s style. It is 11.5 inches across. So I would prefer not to ship something this big because it is really hard and it gets to be a big box. And that's when your shipping kind of gets crazy. That'll be a great one though for the booth. All right. How are we doing, Miss Kristen? We're almost to 10 o'clock. I have one more bag, I think, and we'll have pretty much done it. I did find another plush. This one is a Harry Potter, Wizarding World of Harry Potter from the Universal Studios. It is like a cat and this giant purple pink puffball. $5 start. Okay. Sounds great. Thank you, ma'am. It's kind of a ombre from the pink to the purple. And boy, if Caitlin were here, she could probably tell you what critter that is, but I have no idea. She is my Harry Potter expert. There were a couple of Cupid dolls in that little doll trunk, but some child took a marker to the face and decided to accent their eyebrows. So I figured I'd try and get that extra detail off of those Cupies before I offered them to you guys. Okay. Next up, I have an Imperial pale blue. Right. I was never really good at it. She read the book so many times and watched all the movies. I don't think I've ever seen every single one of them. Oh, they probably could. You're right, Tracy. So this is that really pale blue color. It is Imperial, very light. So that's the base. This is the top with the hole for the vent. This would be a $15 start. I believe there's a pink one, kind of a cabbage style design. Exactly, Stephanie. I think these were going for around $25, $35 when I looked them up. It's not Indiana? Or did I say Indiana? Did I mean Imperial? Like I said, I'm getting tired, so words might come out incorrectly. Oh, maybe I did it the other way around. Maybe it's supposed to be Indiana and I said Imperial because they both start with the same letter. I bet you that's what it is. It's supposed to be Indiana. You just have to think, you have to read my mind. Know what I'm trying to say, as my mother would say. Definitely a nice pale blue. Yeah, I think you're correct, Jennifer. I think I just went I and the wrong one came out. There's no marking on the bottom. This is one I haven't found before. I've seen them before, but I haven't found it. They're the same shape, top and bottom, basically. It just nests, and then the top has that like chimney opening in the glass. And it's reminiscent of the, oh, who else made the other one? That looks like Fostoria American. And the other company that made that looks just like that is not going to come up out of my brain. But it's that globe shape. Thank you, Kristen. Sorry. Let's see. What's that other one? Starts with a W. Whitehall. Ooh, there it is. There's the other one. But the similar shape. That's what I mean. Again, I have had lots of luck with the mugs lately. Boy, the paper's not cooperating today. So this set will be, I could do a price for the whole set, or I could do these individually. Individually, they would be $4 each. Okay. Or if we did the whole set, I would do 12. So these are the stacking style mugs, and I have a Valentine's theme ones. 2 in the pastel pink, 2 in the pastel purple, and they have the conversation heart designs on them. So we have Be Mine and I'm Yours in the pink, You Rock and You Rule in the purple. So if you want the whole set, it would be $12. There you, Kristen's got it. You're on it. You're not tired enough yet, Kristen. Typing so fast. And then I'm just going to try and show you. I don't know if they came in a, because the newer ones come in like those stacking wire. They remind me of like a paper towel dispenser holder for the handles, but I haven't seen this company before. It says dishwasher safe, microwave safe, Walgreens company made in China. So is it from Walgreens? Not seen that before on the bottom of the mugs. But like I said, I love little things like this to add to the booth, especially around the holidays. Oh, yep. Yep, shipping will do it to you. Let's see. We're getting so close. Yeah, I like them. I like the little, like I never liked conversation hearts in terms of like having them because I thought they taste like chalk, but I love the heart designs that they came out with. Okay, so in Colorado, we have several different pottery companies. And what I don't know is if, because I can't take this, I thought this was Namaji. I think it's Namaji, but I'm not totally sure because there's a sticker over the original retail stickers on the bottom of it. I believe this is a little bit newer. It's kind of got teals and blacks on a kind of an ecru background of the vase. If it's Namaji, they made this in several different colorways, several different shapes. This will be a $12 start. This originally came from the Garden of the Gods trading post. And yep, there it is. It does say right there, Namaji. So this must be a newer style one. But I love the teal and the black. It is 6 inches tall and about 5.5 inches wide at the widest point here. It is not glazed on the inside, and it kind of has that bisque feel to it. But it's similar to like where they put the paint on oh, good, Kristen. I just learned how to like pronounce it correctly in the last couple of years, where they like dip it into the different color paint and then it like adheres to the pottery and you get that oil slick kind of design. So everyone comes out a little differently. Over the years, I've had ones that are in the browns and greens, reds, oranges, yellows. So this teal must be a newer color. And where the white stripes are in this one, it's almost shiny. You can see it up here where the light is reflecting off of it. So it's got a little bit different texture. This one I would prefer not to ship because of the size of it. It's from TJ Maxx or Ross. Yeah, it came originally from Ross. But I thought it'd be a nice pumpkin for Halloween. So that one's more of a show and tell with a metal stem. Because that's a great piece for display for coming up this fall in the booth. So that's where that one's going to go. Okay. And if we're still okay on time, because that bag didn't do too much. Well, it didn't have as many pieces in it as I thought it did. So thank you for the reminders. This was my online, what's that word they use? Sourcing. Haven't even opened it yet. Let's see if we can see what comes out of the box. I think there's only about 4 or 5 pieces in this one. And then I think we have hit the bottom of all the piles. So yeah, I like those pumpkins. They've come in some, that one's kind of a rusty orange color. And I've found some, even though they're newer, they're glass, they just make pretty decor pieces. A couple in teal. They'll make a nice vignette for decorating the booth for the fall. Okay. Oh, yay, newspaper. It's always fun to see how old the newspaper is. Oh, it's new. Not old. But there's a lot of it in here. Oh my gosh. Let's see what we got. This is not what. I'm not going to tell you who shipped it to me. But priority mailers are not supposed to be used as bubble wrap. Just saying. I mean, if you're reusing them, fine. That's not what happened here. But I digress, nonetheless. Oh. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. So this one has a condition issue. However, since it is hard to find, I went ahead and picked it up. Oh, it has way more condition issues than I thought it did. Oh, well, This will be a $12 start. This is a Holt Howard cat shaker, but it has been put back together. You see that crack across her face? So she's missing a little rhinestone eye. And here is the worst part where they put her back together. But a great shelf sitter, Japan. It's got the noisemaker, but doesn't work anymore. But I mean, up there, up on a shelf with some other cats and a display. If you don't have a Holt Howard one, right? We need to find her one little rhinestone and put her eye back in. It should be super cute just up in a display. As we say, crack to the back. And you gotta love the misfits. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then this is where the cork would have been as well. So but a little more damage than I thought it had originally. But that's okay. No worries. Oh my goodness. What did I buy? What did I buy that's that big? Let's see what else is in here. Let's try this one next. She was in a fight. Definitely in a cat fight. I'm not quite sure she won. She survived. That's about all. Yeah, I mean, if it was in pristine condition and in the pair, what do you think, Kristen? Those would be going for like $75, $80 for a pair, easily. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, Steph, I thought, did they come in alternating colors? I thought they came in the same colors, but I don't know. It's almost like Christmas. You don't remember because you don't know what's packed up, which package is which. Oh yay! I got a little Nomi, little elf. I believe this. Oh no, it's not a hobby piece. This has a sticker on the bottom. R, meaning OUR, our own imports, Japan. OUROWN imports, Japan. So he's a bisque finish, but he's got to be 50s, 60s then. He's a little more Santa-esque. Oh, well, yeah, I don't. And he would be $7 start. Whether he's going to be going in the Christmas box. I didn't realize, I thought he was a hobby piece because of how he's painted. 4.5 inches tall. That's amazing he has this sticker. I thought he was a hobby piece because of the finish, because he's not shiny. I just would have guessed that would have been more of a homegrown one. Oh, I had another one up there already. Oh, there you go, Kristen. Might have your color combination information. I have another giraffe. I believe this is an AR piece, but he's got a little bit, he's got a little condition issue on his horn and the back of his ear. So I thought it was Artisania, but it looks a little bit different. It's very, very similar. If it's not, it's that other company that makes the pottery. And it's at Uruguay. Paraguay. This guy would be a $9 start. He's really good. Look at the detail on the spots, how they like drew it all through and then just glaze the top of the detail. But again, he does have a little bit, which really isn't right here. The white should be brown like this here, and then that little bit on the top of that one too. But these are pieces, I mean, even though they have condition issues, like I say, I like to rescue them, number one. Number two, I like putting these kind out in my booth because somebody knows that they're getting something that is good, and they can hold it themselves, touch it, feel it, see exactly what the damage is, and they can make their decision if it is still worthwhile to them. I realize it's a little bit harder to describe that to you guys, but I do my best. So they're great booth pieces. Okay, looks like we got 2 left. Boatload of newspaper in there. Okay, that's just my paperwork. Okay, this is. Oh, I know what that one is now. I know what the big one is. I'm hoping he'll be a good one. So this will be our second to last one. Good night, Stephanie. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, they're wrapped pretty well. Figure out how to get into them. Open, open, open. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I might have to separate this into a couple different things. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Last 2. However, this one has several pieces in it. First of it, so there's actually 5 pieces in the second to last one. Like the old woman who lived in the shoe kind of planter, but it looks like somebody took a bite out of their house right there. This will be $4. I don't see a sticker on that or a mark on it, so that might be. This one might be a hobby piece, but it looks so much older with the face and the toes and everything. Oh my goodness. My doll lady is going to kill me. A jointed porcelain doll. She is a little over 5 inches tall. Her face looks like she used to have glasses, but she's jointed at the arms and the legs. She needs to be a $12 start. That little calico dress she's got on. I can't open it enough to look underneath to see if she's marked. But she's about 5.5 inches tall. Look at the little Mary Janes. Oh my goodness. She's got gray hair and glasses. Carol's in at 12. So this will be the 5-inch jointed doll. And we have Carol for that one. Thank you, Miss Carol. Let's put them right down in front of her. And the next one is 2.5 inches tall, and she has jointed at the shoulders for the arms. She's still calling it. I thought she put it sold. Oh, she said she had, Carol. I'm ahead of myself. It's about the last sip of that too. This little girl probably needs to be $8. She's got a red bow in her hair, a little ribbon skirt. Almost covers her up, but it's been pushed up and her little backside there. So she is marked Japan. She's pretty cute as well. She's tiny. Like I said, 2.5 inches tall. Okay, we have Miss Carol again. Eight. Let her count that one down. And then, oh, let's get that off of there. An old rubber band holding this guy's a little felt piece was around him, like he's in a little sleeping bag, but he is a little celluloid baby. There's his back. There's his face. I don't know on the backside here if this is from heat or something else it's touched or glue. Maybe something else that was on, or maybe it's paint. I don't know. He can be a $6 start. There's no mark on the bottom. And he had this little piece of flannel that was wrapped around him kind of like a little bunting, and it had a very old rubber band holding him a little snug in his blanket. But yeah, definitely a little celluloid baby. He is almost, his face is almost washed out in terms of the color of the original plastic. It is definitely sun faded or light faded. Carol, you are liking those tonight, aren't we? Okay, so I'm going to put you down for him too. So that's a celluloid. I can't spell that one. Baby. Since he has condition issues, I'm hoping that 6 is a fair number. Chloe, you got it. And the last one, as she counts that down, I think is the cutest. Does it have a mark on the back? It says something. Oh, made in Japan. Sold to Carol, thank you. This little one is 2.5 inches tall as well, with that little ribbon skirt. The arms that are jointed. This will be an $8 start also. She's got her hair like pulled up into a little bun or bow on top. Again, no jointing after the arms. And then it's marked right here across the back. I don't know if I can even get it to focus. Right. No. It says made in Japan right there. I don't know if we'll even see that you can see what it says. She is. Where how she's been wrapped or sitting for forever. Her little skirt has been pushed up. But she is almost the same size height-wise, but she's just tinier than the other one. Carol's going to make a clean sweep of my vintage dolls tonight. All right, I'm just going to put ×2 on the 2.5 inch dolls as you count that down, since they're the same price point. Thank you, Miss Carol. And we will unwrap this last choice as that one goes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Do you want to see the Cupies with the drawn on eyebrows at this point? Those are the only 2 dolls I have left. Okay. I like taking off the tape as I go, but I feel like that is almost too much tonight. But I think then it'll be in a wad of bubble wrap later. Oh, man. Well, he just popped off his base because I held him by it and it was too much weight. But this is a Cherished Teddy style Nutcracker. Now his base, he was just glued to it. It's because I grabbed the base and he was too heavy and just popped off of it. It's a possibility he has been re-glued once before, but that doesn't change his function at all, even just to stand on it. All right, Tracy, I got you. And he is tall. With his base, we're still in our half hour even here. He is 14 inches tall. I think I would probably put him at about $25, $30 at the booth. But I'd offer him to you guys at 15. He is wood, except his face is like the resin, like the normal little figurines are. And then the body and the base and his hat are all wood. And then it's got lace, the eyelet lace detail on the front of him. And it says 1997 Priscilla Hillman, UNESCO Corporation's Made in China. He is a big statement piece. He's got some cute little details like the patch and pose. He's got a patch. Even without the stand, he's pretty good. Without the stand, he's probably 1.5 inches shorter. Yeah, he's right around 12.5, 13 inches tall without the stand. Oh, and his hands might be that resin as well. So, all right, you stand there. Don't go anywhere. This is this is the case that I picked up. It is a little bit worse for wear. Somebody carried this around. All their doll clothes in it. Come on now. There we go. Pink and white. Handle, plastic handle that's been broken. But it's a small size. If anyone's interested in a doll case, it does have like the little hanger where you would hang the clothing from. Or it'd make a great riser on the shelf with those brackets on it. Just in case somebody's interested in this, it is 9.5 by 5 by 6, and it has been well loved. Knocked around, carried around. I would say $8 on that. Does have a light pink wooden interior. And the Cupies that came in it. I'm not sure. I have to tell you, I think they're hilarious. They're adorable. Oh, here's the mark on them. Made in Japan. And I think that somebody took a marker and put the 2 dots on each of their foreheads. We have one with the green shirt, one with the pink shirt. Look at how big their arms are, though. Arms are something else. Look at their faces. Oh my goodness. As is, these would be $5 each if anybody would like one or two. So their arms are jointed, or yeah, it's molded plastic. That's a separate piece. I don't know. I thought maybe this have to be their original clothes because it's like stapled on right there. I don't know, how did you staple on their clothes? Oh, Lily is in. Oh, and I was gonna show you where it said made in Japan on the foot right there, and on this one right there. Well, it's not stapled to them steel. It's just stapled this way on the fabric. But I mean, you can feel their wings. Yep, there's their little wings in the back. They're not colored, and it had like the little wisps of hair have the dark pieces, and then the pink shirt one, there's her wings in the back. I don't know. Do you think I don't know. I thought it looked like somebody took a Sharpie to them and made eyebrows. If not, it could be entirely possible how these ones were made. I was thinking two different things. Either magic eraser, where you just get a little bit of wet on it and just try and take that off. And hopefully it wouldn't, leave like a shiny or a lighter patch where it was. And or from my 80s eras, hairspray takes off ink. So on clothing, if you get Sharpie or ink, you can spray hairspray on it and it will take the ink out of it. So, I mean, I don't think there are like totally stereotypical Cupies, but with the wings, the arms make me laugh, honestly. Kind of Fred Flintstone-ish. Kristen is counting us down. So, all right, we have the Cupies as is with the extra, I don't know, little graffiti on them. I don't know. That's just I didn't think they were supposed to have that. If they are, then that's how these came. Don't know. Lily has taken both ×2. Thank you, Lily. I don't know if I have shipped to you before. Will you please make sure that I have all your information at my email, vintagevikingtreasures@gmail.com? And you got it, ×2. Lily, H-A-N-A-N. Have I shipped to you before? And just not remembering your name, because that's entirely possible as well. You're new. Wonderful. Okay. So I just need if your YouTube name is different than your real name, please note that in your email. And I need your email address for PayPal and your zip code for shipping estimates. There it is. Kristen's got all the things in the chat. And I think that is the end, even with those little couple bonus items. That'll just go. Well, this is the last thing that was in the little doll chest. Looks like a little pumpkin carriage with a key. So I think we got all the things in the stuff. I gotta go shopping. Again, my favorite part of all of it. So that's the bottom base. What does that mean? The bottom base to what? Hi, Georgia. How are you doing tonight? A bottom base. What am I missing? I know. Gotta go hunting. Go look for all the things and stuff. The good news is we are not going to a show for this next trip, so we don't have to load and unload. We do have to unload, but we don't have to reload the car. So I don't have nearly as much to do getting ready for this trip for going up to the reunion with Mom. So I will be able to do some running around and all that stuff. Oh, it's a little Kittles carriage. Okay. Might have to look that up. Little Litt, no, Liddle Kittles carriage. IACE. All right, I'll search that and see what it is. That'd be kind of fun. And yep, I will be hoping we'll be up there by Geneva for a couple days because that's really close to where the reunion is going to be. We were able to connect last year, so that will be the plan. I just have to make sure that she's going to be around when we're going to be there. So, all right, cool. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much again, Miss Kristen. So glad you're feeling better. Yeah, Mom will be up there too. We'll see if she wants to go snooping with us for a little bit after the reunion. Excuse me. Goodness sakes. So, next week when we are on the road, I will have Stephen with me. That is the 4th Tuesday of the month. So he has got some new glass that he has just come into acquisition of, and I'm looking forward to showing some of that off. And yeah, we'll see what we find on the way because we have 2 days to snoop on the way to see what we find for Tuesday night. If not, I always try and pack a little box of goodies to take with me just in case as backup plan. So I have something to show you guys on Tuesday night. So, all right, cool. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thanks for your purchases. I appreciate all of your support and hope to see you next time. So everybody have a great night.